Hey, good evening. Donna Nelson here. Welcome to episode 48 of A Daily Dose of Donna. This is our Rooted in Wisdom series. Tonight I'm sharing with you how to embody change. And this may be referred to as developing a habit, but yeah, it's a little bit of a twist different. It has a different perspective. And so embodying change versus creating a new habit is different in the sense that creating a habit generally will come from willpower. And embodying change is coming from, well, it's coming from our body. And so this is some wisdom that I learned from one of my embodiment teachers. And that is that we have to train the nervous system. So you've probably heard me, if you followed my stuff for a bit, that it's our emotional self, it's our emotions that drive our decisions and how we behave, how we think, right? And so when we learn to manage our nervous system through many different tools and processes, right? Then we are creating change. And so this the body is responding, or our nervous system is responding to our shift in energy, which is both movement and our emotions. Our emotions are energy, and then obviously when we're moving, we're creating energy. And so that is constantly signaling, sending messages to our nervous system and creating a pattern of some sort. So the emotion that we're creating during our movement is creating a memory. And it's that memory that then creates the change. So being super conscious of what is the emotion and what is the movement or the lack of movement that we're doing every day that is creating these patterns in our nervous system. So the reason this came up really highlighted for me is because I'm working on a new routine. And when we understand our body and how it works and how our mind and body and our energy work together, it really can help us transform more quickly. Because, well, when we understand something, for one, we can tolerate the process because we know there's an end and what that end outcome is. And sometimes when we're working on a new habit or breaking a habit and we're doing it from willpower, we learn to know ourselves well enough to know where our weaknesses are and where we might give up on ourselves, or where some external influence might derail us or delay us or cause us to procrastinate or whatever. And so when we're coming from this place of focusing on training our nervous system and understanding that it's our actions, our movement, plus our emotions that are going to train this new conditioning. So, if you want to call it a habit or a new pattern you want to create, um, then understanding that it's coming from these two main aspects. And so, the thing that was so transformative for me in finally sinking in, even though I've known this, but it's kind of like that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, it's like that. And part of this new routine that I'm creating, one of the steps in this new process is movement. And what I realized when I was doing my meditation and reflecting work in the morning is that when I'm feeling stuck, or I find myself procrastinating, or when I feel I'm in resistance, I know the rules, and that is move. If you want to move the energy, you have to move. You can't sit and think yourself out of procrastination. You can't sit and think yourself or talk yourself or say affirmations out of resistance, or out of a bad behavior, or into a new change. You can't think yourself into it. You have to get your ass up and move. And because it's the energy of movement and then the emotion that we attach to the meaning of why we're moving that is now creating this new pattern in our nervous system. So the way we create the new habit is by doing is by being in action, constantly moving, whatever that is. So when we feel resistance or we feel like, ugh, I don't want to do that, just get up and move. You don't have to be moving toward that particular activity. You don't have to be going to do that. Let's just say maybe you want to do more physical activity, or it could be any daily routine or anything that you really don't like to do, but you should do it, right? And so you're in resistance to keeping that in your daily pattern as a matter of routine. But you don't have to, in order to just start transitioning and training your nervous system to these thoughts to now moving into action, you're training your nervous system to learn a new pattern of movement, to just get into action. So for me, it's like, just get up. Don't sit here. I feel stuck, or I'm not sure what the right thing is to do, or I might just feel a little overwhelmed or like chaotic, like, just get up and move. Shift that energy by just moving. And it could be like, for me, I have to move further than like to the refrigerator, but like just go out and walk, say, to the end of the sidewalk or walk around the yard or whatever it is. Like just changing the energy of the space is changing the message to the nervous system. And one of the other things that I learned from my embodiment teacher is that it takes 300 repetitions to develop muscle memory and 3,000 repetitions to actually embody the change. So embodying the change is that automatic, right? It's that permanent, automatic, almost, well, it's reflexive. It's what we would know as reflexive, a reflexive behavior, a new pattern or habit or whatever. So, and you probably have some of those already. Some people have them like those kind of automatics that they do in the morning, or, as soon as they walk in the door at night, say from work, where you hang your coat up or where you put your keys, or, take your shoes off or whatever those things are, kiss your dog, I don't know. So we have those kind of already embedded automatic repetitions that we've embodied through that repetition. And so the developing this muscle memory, which again is training our nervous system as we're moving, again, it's movement and emotions that is training our nervous system. So anytime we're feeling stuck, just move. Want to create something new, want to innovate something, kind of stuck in an idea, get up and move. It's the energy that's going to inspire that. I want to make sure that was the only thing that I was saying. So yes, the important thing is that the difference here is what we're embodying, and we're not doing it from a place of willpower, which is cognitive, right? So you're not thinking your way out of it or talking your way out of it or affirming your way out of it or listing, journaling your way out of it. You're getting up and moving. That's how we condition our nervous system to learn how to shift out of stuck procrastination, chaos, anxiety, whatever it is, but into creating a new, serving, calm energy for our nervous system. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you on embodiment and on creating lasting change with ease. With ease. All right, good night. See you tomorrow.